Well, hi. I want to welcome you all with this video to our 6-week challenge group. We'll officially start our activities for this tomorrow. As some of you guys already have your fitness programs in, and you'll be ready to start tomorrow. And the rest of you, I know you'll be trickling in this week. One of the days this week with getting started and getting those first workouts in. So I'm really, really excited. I will be posting some things here where you can participate and still feel a part of this group even if you can't start your workouts tomorrow. So no worries. We're going to be, of course, journeying together for the next 6 weeks, and I'm so excited that it's this group of women together. I want to thank you all for trusting me with your time and with your health and fitness journey with this stage of it. I'm really excited for the results that you're going to achieve, and I know that you will. You've all impressed me so much already with the various things that you've just shared with me privately, and I can just see how driven this group of women is, that you're very driven to make changes in your health and your fitness as a lifestyle change, and that's really, really what it's about. And so that was why I was inspired to give us the name that I gave us and have the butterfly as the symbol, that you all, we're women in transformation. And so I hope you like that title. I'm going to be asking you to share more about these goals that you have for yourself, well, at the end of this video in the comments thread, but just also a little bit more about that in the coming days. And with that, I know that you'll be getting to know each other better as well, and that's going to be fun. And so if you haven't checked out the Getting Started document yet under the Files section of this Facebook group, please check that out. What you do to find the Files section, you just, if you look up toward the top of the page underneath the cover photo, you'll see a tab where it says Files, and you just click there and you'll see it. And so that Getting Started document under Files is a list of the preparations that you want to make before you start this program for yourself. And so it lists things like reading through all the materials that came with your fitness program, okay, taking your before photos and stats, and I know that's not fun. Nobody wants to do that. I didn't want to do that at the beginning. But trust me, you're going to want to have these things for yourself to compare later. You're going to love your results that much more when you have some good before photos and before measurements and weight. And I posted actually, I have another post that includes a video with how to take good before and after photos. So be sure you check that out. Also, what else is in that Getting Started list? Logging on to the Beachbody Challenge so that you can register to be able to enter your results when you finish your program, whether it's Slim in 6. I'm trying to think of all the ones we have going on in this group. We have Slim in 6, we have 10-Minute Trainer, P90X, and Turbo Fire. So when you finish that, you're going to want to enter those results into the Beachbody Challenge, because you get a free t-shirt just for entering your results. In fact, I'm wearing my latest free t-shirt, if you can see that. This is when I sent in my results for Insanity, which I finished back in January. So I love this shirt, and in fact, if you can see, check out what it says on the back. It says, "I earned it." And if you know anything about the Insanity program and how hard it is, it was really hard for me. I'm very, very proud to wear this shirt and to say that I earned it. And so, yeah, you get a free t-shirt just for entering in your results to the Beachbody Challenge, and it also places you into their contest to be able to win money. They have different age categories for results, and it's not just about in terms of a dramatic before and after photo, like who gets the most ripped. I mean, those things are great, but you'd be surprised what all they consider to be a success. I think pleasantly surprised. It can be something even just like your cholesterol went down. So super cool. Be sure you do that. And also on that list for Getting Started, you want to learn how to use the online super gym at teambeachbody.com. There's a tutorial on that. And just simple preparatory step also with your food, cleaning out your pantry or your fridge to just remove the junk foods, the temptations. I know that doesn't come as a surprise to you, and I know it's probably not easy either, but it's just to help you out, especially in these first few days. If you say no once at the grocery store, then you don't have to say it again there in your kitchen. And so that's what that is about, and more on nutrition later. I want to give you, because I'm going to be asking you to share with me and with the others about yourself and why you're doing this. So I wanted to just give you a little brief background on me and the journey I've taken to get to this point. I'll try to be brief. And I know some of you already know my story, or you know parts of it, but maybe you don't know all of it. So I now weigh what I did, or maybe a little bit less than I did when I first got married almost 13 years ago. And back then I was in decent shape. And in my college years, before that, my college years, when I was more physically active, I loved dancing and got to do a good bit of that, of course, in the musicals and things that I was in. But even back then, I had never really been into fitness, and I didn't really ever have any goals having to do with fitness. I just could have cared less. I liked to be able to, of course, just have the stamina to do my dancing, and that was what was important to me. And of course, I wanted to look good. Anyway, after I got married, I gained weight with both pregnancies, as a lot of women do. I am a stress eater, and I'm sure maybe some of you guys can relate to that. And just with having, of course, a very busy, full life, a wonderful life, but full nonetheless. And so working a demanding job outside the home, and then, caring for our children, I think I just sought comfort in food a lot more than I should have. And I still deal with that. And so, yes, I put on a lot of weight. So by the time that my youngest, my daughter, by the time she was 2, I found myself 85 pounds overweight. I'll say I had lost a good deal of weight after having after having Nick. By the time that he was 3, I had lost like 40 pounds. And I was feeling a lot better, really had. And the way I had lost that was mainly through my nutrition, through watching my calorie intake and watching my portion control. And those things are very, very important. As if you don't know that already, you'll find that as we do this. But it's not the whole deal. And my exercise back then was hit and miss. I wasn't really taking it all that seriously. And then with the nutrition, I wasn't looking at the whole picture. I wasn't eating in such a way that it really fueled my body. And I wasn't looking as much at the quality of the calories that I was getting. So those things all factor in. But anyway, I did lose a good deal of weight. I felt a lot better. I do remember thinking at the time, though, that, I'll never get back down to what I used to weigh. I mean, that's just an impossibility now. Things are just completely different. And even if I did get back down to that weight, I don't think that I'd be very happy. These were the things going through my mind. I thought, well, I'll be a slave to that, to trying to maintain it. And just with some various background of mine, back during that time when I did first get married, I was actually really self-righteous about what I was eating back then. I ate mainly vegan, not to get too much into all of that, but yeah, and so it was just like, I was very careful about what I put into my body, but probably for the wrong reasons. And inwardly, I was kind of like looking down on other people that didn't eat as clean as I did. And yeah, and I said some things to my husband back then that I don't know why he didn't kill me. Things that were like really hurtful. And so, yeah, I was just sort of thinking like, I don't want to go back to being like that, because really that was, I was kind of a prisoner to eating that way. And anyway, those were things I didn't want to go back to. And so, but anyway, fast forward. So by the time that Lena was 2, I found myself 85 pounds overweight. And, by that time, so many things in my daily life had become a lot more difficult to do. I was, of course, much more. I didn't have the energy. I was just tired all the time. I was grouchy. I was a very cranky wife and mom. And I really found myself, I got to a point, this was my turning point, where I didn't want to do so many of the things that I had always loved to do. And one of those main things was performing. And now I think about it, I think I can't believe this ever went through my mind. But I had a concert coming up, and was trying to find the right dress to wear. And I know you ladies can appreciate trying to find the right dress for an event. And there's always some frustrations with that, but this was just worse than ever. And it was like, even the you know how you find certain types of clothes that you know look good on your body shape no matter what weight you are. The things that, those tried and true things that I was trying on, even those didn't work. And I said to my husband, I don't think I can do this anymore. And by this, what I meant was perform on stage anymore. And it's like it came out of my mouth, and I had come back into the bedroom here where you see me, because I'd said that to him out in the living room, and I was like, oh, what did I just say? And I knew then that was my turning point. I had to do a complete 180, and I had to change some things, because, you know, singing is one of those things that I felt like God had put me on this earth to do. And so I certainly, with that kind of attitude, I thought, well, you know what, I'm not honoring my Heavenly Father. So what happened was that I did that concert, and the very next day I started the program Slim in 6. I had a couple of weeks before, I mean, I had already been feeling this way. I wanted to make a change. I had ordered that program. I had seen it a couple years back on an infomercial late at night when I was nursing Lena, and I'd put it off. And so, yeah, around that time, finally, I did order it. We had actually had P90X, but I knew that I couldn't handle that one yet. So the day after the concert, I started Slim in 6, and let me tell you, those first couple of workouts of doing the first workout in Slim in 6, which is Started Up, which is like a 25-minute workout, I thought I was going to die. I cannot believe how out of shape I had gotten, and everything was hard. And the little part toward the end where you do have to get down on the floor to do, you know, some ab work and some push-ups and things like that, modified push-ups, it just about killed me. And I was extremely sore. My whole body was screaming at me. I had to take a lot more naps, all of that. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get through this 6 weeks and get my results and lose my weight. At the time, it was really about vanity for me, I think, more than anything. I didn't have in my mind any kind of vision of really actually getting more physically fit and getting stronger and being able to do more. It was just sort of like, I'm going to do this hard work with my body so I can lose the weight and look better. I don't know, maybe y'all can relate. So that was how I started out. And my mindset with that was, if I'm going to be doing all this hard work with my body and working out 6 days a week, 6 days, you have got to be kidding me. Because I always had thought, you know, okay, 3 times a week, plenty, you know. Yeah, 6 days a week. So that was killing me. I was not used to that. I thought, well, if I'm doing all this, then I am going to follow the nutrition to the letter in terms of what the food guide that came with Slim in 6 said. So I really tried to do that because my reasoning was, why am I going to sabotage the hard work that I'm doing with all the exercise? So that's what I did, and I continued on, and it did get better. And a couple of weeks in, I decided to try Shakeology, and so I tried that. And you guys, I kid you not, within a few days of drinking Shakeology, I thought, I'm never going to give this stuff up. I found myself no longer having cravings for junk food, for fast food, anything like that. It made me feel like, it tasted really good, and it made me feel like Wonder Woman after I drank it. And I told Joe, I said, if anyone takes this from me, I will kill them. And I still feel that way, even though I'm at my goal weight. So that tells you that this is truly a health drink, and I even give it to my kids. And so, yeah, so into the 6 weeks, I Had lost about 15 to 20 pounds, and not only did I really, really feel better, it was like I found myself used to working out 6 days a week, and I knew I was getting stronger. I could tell. And so I said, well, I got to keep going. I have to keep going with this. I can tell I'm making lifestyle changes. And so I had, started looking at other Beachbody fitness programs. Well, I found one called Turbo Fire, and I was watching the preview videos of that, and I was like, oh, I would love to be able to do that. But I thought, it looks really, really intense. I'm not ready for it yet. I thought, well, I've got to get myself ready. So I had this new goal. So I did 2 rounds. After Slim in 6, I did 2 rounds of something called Slim Series, which is Debbie Sieber's follow-up program to Slim in 6, and it's harder. So I did 2 rounds of that, and then I started Turbo Fire in October of that year. And Turbo Fire is a 90-day program, and it took me longer than 90 days. I just did it longer than that. And so then after that, and the weight just kept coming off. And then I did 10-minute trainer. I did a round of that with my husband, and who started exercising at that point. And then I did a little bit of the Les Mills Pump program. Then I did the Ultimate Reset, which is a 21-day eating program where you gently detox the body. It's amazing. So by the time I finished with the Ultimate Reset, that had been 1 year. It was May 17th, 2012. I had lost 85 pounds. And it's just been great. I've kept going with my fitness and just with a healthy eating lifestyle since then. I'm very happy to tell you that I've kept it off. That's been easy to do. And I have done and will continue to do the different fitness programs for reasons of just, I never thought that I would care about doing, push-ups on my toes. And I never thought I would ever even be able to do a push-up on my toes when I first started Slim in 6, or even at any earlier point in my life. And, it was just a big deal back then to just crank out a few on my knees. And now I can do like 45 push-ups on my toes before I have to go to my knees. I've never, not even when I was like a teenager, never been in this good a shape, ever, ever, ever. I even go for a run sometimes. And if you know me, and like I've never had a problem with doing cardio, but it's like, let me go for a walk. Running, you got to be kidding me. That hurts, Yeah, I can go for a run now, and it doesn't hurt at all. And I feel like I could run for days. And so that's just a little bit about my journey with all of this. I guess, is it nice to be a smaller size and to have more muscle definition than I ever had? And yes, absolutely. I'm not going to lie. That's great. But far more important to me is how I feel on the inside. That's what I wish somebody could take a picture of. And of course you can't do that, but just my energy is through the roof. Does it take all my problems away? Of course not. You know that, right? But I'm better equipped to deal with those problems. I am not nearly as cranky most of the time as I used to be. I outrun my kids. I outplay my kids. I outjump them on the trampoline. So it's really cool. I just feel like I can now embrace life in a way that maybe I couldn't before. And so that's what I wish for everybody. Because of all this, I decided to become a coach and pay it forward. I really, really love to encourage other people in their health and fitness journey, whatever kind of goals they have. Everybody's goals are different. I really love I have to make myself go to bed at night because I find myself staying up chatting with people on Facebook and trying to help. So that's a little bit about all of that. And what else was I going to tell you? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, in being your coach here, I don't have all the answers, but I do know where to find them. So that's what I want to say about that. Now, Beachbody's formula for success in making these lasting lifestyle changes, and that's what you're trying to do, that's what we're about, is three things. It's fitness, nutrition, and support. Fitness, nutrition, and support. So briefly a little about each of these. I mean, you're going to experience all of these with this challenge group. Fitness, well, you're going to be doing it, right? You got a fitness program. And with your fitness program, you're doing really the ideal kind of fitness schedule. This is the thing that if you were to go and join a gym and hire a personal trainer for a whole lot of money, this is what they'd be trying to get you to do. 5 to 6 days a week, depending on your program, okay? And a good balance of cardio, resistance training, core work, and stretching and recovery. And so your program has a schedule designed for you that tells you what different workouts that came with your program to do on what days, and it's going to give you that perfect balance. It's going to get you great results, and so it takes all the guesswork out of it for you. And of course, you're going to love the trainers in whatever video that you have. You're going to get to know them. You're going to feel like they're, you know, right there in the room with you. They're all wonderful. So of course, that's like having your own personal trainer at home, and it's so convenient. That is what I love about it, and I have nothing against gyms. I can just tell you that in my season of life, if my health and fitness depended on me getting to a gym, it would not happen. It just wouldn't happen. I love being able to do my videos on my own time, and I don't have to pack up and go anywhere. I don't have to worry about what to do with the kids. And I don't have to, you know, I'm not exercising outside, so I don't have to worry about the weather being good or not. And it's not an excuse. So yeah, and there's a variety with these programs as well, so that you don't get bored. And any of our fitness programs, no matter which one you're doing, if you just follow the instructions that come with it, if you just follow what it says to do, you are going to get awesome results. You don't have to do an extreme fitness program like this one, or you know, P90X, or to get really, really wonderful results. And so anyway, if you have goals to do those later on, well, that's going to come, I promise you. And let's see, I want to also just tell you real quick with fitness, if you're doing Slim in 6, with that one, you just pick which day of the week that you want to be your rest day, and just go with that one. A lot of us like to go with Sunday as our rest day, but it's just whichever one is going to work best for you. So 6 days a week there. Now, that was fitness. Now, nutrition. Your fitness program comes with a food guide that you can follow, and if you bought a challenge pack, in addition to that, you have a 30-day trial subscription to something called the Beachbody Club, and that's where there are additional online customizable meal plans for you that you can choose from, and they generate shopping lists. So if you want a vegetarian meal plan or low carb, things like that, Beachbody Club is where you find those. What you want to do is you want to log on to your teambeachbody.com account with your username and your password, and you want to look under Eat Smart, and then it'll say My Meal Planner, and you click on that, and it'll take you through a meal plan wizard to help you set that up and choose what you want, and you'll find what you need there. But basically, our nutrition plans are all based on very sound research, and it's probably a lot of the things that you've already heard of, that you already know. So it's lean proteins, lots of fruits and veggies, complex carbohydrates as opposed to the refined ones, minimal sugar, healthy fats, and minimal processed food. And so we'll talk about more of those things as we go. You're also going to see, whether it's on the Team Beachbody site or with your program's nutrition guide, you're going to see something called Mitchie's Ladder. And that is a very, very handy list that divides food groups into 5 different tiers or levels, based on how nutrient dense they are. And so as you're getting started out here, and you may not have necessarily had the time to go and do a great comprehensive grocery shopping trip. I know how that is. And you're looking at that food guide and you're going, oh my gosh, I cannot follow this exactly to the letter. I don't have all these foods in my house right now to make all these things. Well, you know what? Just look at Mitchie's Ladder. And if you need to make some substitutions, that list is really going to help you. Basically, if you stay on the top 2 tiers or levels and choose foods from there, you're going to be doing great. And you know, some from tier 3 is okay as well. You know, the bottom 2, you know, just a little here or there, you know, don't go crazy. And you're going to see why when you look at it. And you know, also just with the meal plans, it's perfectly fine. Don't feel like you need to make every single meal on there. I know we're all busy. If you find a few meals that you know you like, that's fine. Feel free to make enough of those and repeat them, and you're good to go there. And I'm also going to, I will be posting like some healthy slow cooker recipes in the file section, things like that that can help you, because I know we're all busy and you don't have a ton of time to cook. Okay. So I think, oh yeah, well, with nutrition, last but certainly not least, I have to mention Shakeology because you all have that. That's the healthiest meal of the day. That's our slogan. You know how I talked about minimal processed food? So that means that what you're doing is you're trying to eat more whole foods. And Shakeology, we only have that one time a day. You're going to replace one of your meals or your snacks with Shakeology, and we have a ton of different recipes. In fact, your thing probably came with a calendar of different Shakeology recipes. That's great. Most of the meal plans show you eating 5 times a day, right? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a mid-morning snack and a mid-afternoon snack. So any of those you can replace with Shakeology. And it's got over 70 whole food ingredients. So it's truly the healthiest thing you could put in your body, and you can feel really, really good about that meal. And you're going to start to see and feel very soon how good it does your body. So we're really, really glad that we have that. All right, that was about nutrition. Oh yes, I'm sorry. One other thing. I'm going to want you to track what you're eating. And so in order to do that, you do need to find out what your daily calorie goal should be. There's a couple of different places you can figure that out. One would be in the food guide that came with your fitness program. You'll see a place in there, a formula, where you can plug in your numbers and calculate the amount of calories you're going to need every day. You can also do that on teambeachbody.com. If you log onto there and you go under Eat Smart, and then you'll see nutrition tools and just go through that route, and that'll help you as well. You can do it there. And then just track down what you're eating every day. There's a variety of ways you can do that. You can, of course, just use pen and paper. If you're using one of the meal plans in the club, the Team Beachbody Club, then it does it for you. Or you could just use, I really love my Fitness Pal. That's what I use. I just find it super easy and it's free. There's an app for your phone, and there's so many foods in that database. So it's extremely easy to enter in what you ate and to track it that way. Why track your food? It's amazing how quickly we forget what we ate or how much we ate. And so it's just a very, very eye-opening exercise. It's kind of not fun to do it first, but you'll be glad I made you do it. All right, that's it about nutrition. And then support is the last thing. Well, this group is it. It's an online support group. Why is that support so important? Well, you know, people are just more successful at making a lifestyle change when they've got other people that are doing it with them, who are going after the same things, and it's accountability. And one of you in particular, I just love this. She told me, she said, kick my butt. I need the accountability. So yeah, I'm going to do it. But yeah, it's, you know, we're a team here, and you're going to find, I think, that as you might be tempted to, you know, eat something that you shouldn't be eating or not do your workout today, when you know that you've got a post that, okay, I did my workout and, you know, here was what I ate for today, here was how I did, you got your friends counting on you. and it's gonna, I think, help you to, you know, do what you need to do when you don't feel like doing it. It helps me still as your leader. If I know that you guys are counting on me, then I'm going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to post, and I'm going to try to lead by example. And you know, I want to tell you too, if you have those moments of weakness, it's perfect. You know what? Post it for us. And you're going to see very quickly, we're all going to get on there and say, you can do it. Come on, you know, put the donut down or whatever. And you all have, of course, my contact information. I'll make sure that you have my phone number as well. I mean, of course, you can Facebook message me, but you can call me and you can text me for any questions or concerns that you have. I'm really here for you for that. Let's see. So yeah, that's everything about fitness, nutrition, and support. So in closing, the way that this group is going to work is that I'll be posting something for you every day, whether it's a weekly motivational video from the trainer for your fitness program. You guys are going to love those. Or just other tips that I have each day that might be about nutrition or fitness. I'm going to post that. And I'm going to want you to interact with me and with us, with each other. The more that you all can post and keep the interaction going, really the better the motivation that it's going to be for everybody, and it's going to push us all forward towards our goals, and we'll get the best results. I'm going to ask that each day you post about how your workout went, you know, if you did your workout and how it went, how you're feeling, and how your nutrition went for the day. And you know what? I just ask you to answer honestly. I want you all to feel like this is a very safe place for you. And so I want you to be honest. If you had a bad day and you didn't do your workout, or you know, you just fell off the wagon with your nutrition, I want you to just post that and own it. That's all I ask you to do, and nobody's going to judge you. Really, we all understand. I understand. And you're just going to find instead that we'll just encourage you to get back up and keep going. And this is about progress and not perfection. You've heard me say that if you've been in my 10-day challenge group. It's about progress. It's not about perfection. So it's that accountability, though, that will make you stick with it when you don't feel like it. And just remember, your team is counting on you. So before I go, what I want you to do right now is I want you to comment below. And I want you to introduce yourselves, and then take a little risk, would you, and tell us about why you're doing this challenge. And I mean really. And so you may need to dig deep and do a little bit of soul searching for your answer. You know, why are you wanting to lose weight, or whatever your particular goal is? This is a safe place for you to share that, and everything that any of us post will stay here. And so that is all. Thank you for listening to this long-winded thing. And I look forward to journeying with all of you, women in transformation, through that transformation. And I'll see you on the boards. Bye.